So of the old Slayer fans that continue to listen to Slayer even after a lot of their fan base or maybe got older and don't listen to it anymore, and or maybe even have a chuckle or something, there's this group of that's like you don't know about Slayer. Like there's still something they appreciate, and these genres, there are sub-genres, and some the ability to appreciate it gets lost if somebody doesn't know how they're supposed to even receive it under the under some kind of a title of what it is. So like an unpolished sound, people like to hear sometime a sound that's like not too polished, like made for an unpolished sound can be appreciated too. So like unpolished raps like Chuckyy, Wackum, I've noticed some people say he's horrible. Some people can't appreciate an unpolished sound, and it's kind of like a younger paradigm. You cannot call it hip hop. It's not meant to be an insult or anything, but I wouldn't call that hip hop. But it doesn't mean it's not intriguing. Do you see what happens there? And just explaining something like that, it's like I can see how I would give the impression that it's impossible to appreciate. But that's not what I mean at all, because then you would be like, what are you listening to? Like, I thought you didn't like what the fuck? Like, I never know with you. It's just like I don't think that people understand is that how his style is meant to be received. It's like like people, like, it's like they have these rap book, rhyme book or something, and they just be rapping to themselves, and they're just like they're hurrying up. So you have like there's different. There's the impatient flow and like slurs and stuff, and it's like half asleep kind of flow. Like somebody might be like, why does this guy sound like he's nodding off? Like some people like that adds something to it. So Chuckyy Wackum is more like sped up, like he rushed through some of it, and then he'll like somehow squeeze it into the cadence, stretch it out, like something you have to stretch and squeeze things in. It's easy for me to tell. I mean, I don't want to sound like bigoted or anything, but it's harder to tell when this breaks out of a genre like black metal or something, because you would still think that you were listening to some black metal. There's people that, I mean, there's a couple bands that are like, I can't believe this is not butter. But somebody who's like more versed in it, and they have like the whole anthologies of like more like it's like they've been following the procession, the development, and they know everything. You can't tell them like this is like doesn't sound the way it's supposed to sound, or this isn't what, you can't receive it in a way that they would appreciate it. Like who wants to appreciate cough syrup in their drinking cough syrup in 6 cups in their music? Like, who's looking for that? Well, I mean, it's that whether it's made for, who it was made for, and who's going to receive it well. Like I kind of doubt that. I mean, I don't know how diss tracks can be received in a Super Bowl, but there's going to be diss tracks performed in the Super Bowl. Like, that's just weird. It just seems weird. How does England receive Bronx drill rap? Like, it's almost like impossible. It's not that they don't like it. It's just it'd be just like impossible to receive it. Hold on a second.